Hey everybody, it's Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. How are you guys? So happy to be here with you today. Today we're going to be making my black cat fun dip holder, and it has two fun dip packs, a blue and a red in there. I just thought this was super fun. We have to have a black cat for Halloween, right? And the back even has the cute little Bones cat from Bag of Bones. So let's go ahead and get started. We've used the Bag of Bones bundle and the stylish shapes, and give it a whirl. So those are the main pieces. I'm putting him up in the corner so you can still see him. We're going to start with a piece of basic black cardstock, and of course with any box we need our Simply scoreboard, and we are going to start scoring on the long side at 1/2 inch, at 3 3/4, at 4 1/4, and at 7 1/2. Okay. And on the short side, we're going to do that at 1/2 inch. Make sure I don't jump the line there. Okay. So let's go ahead and burnish with our bone folder here. Also going to bring in our other pieces. All right, so we're going to start burnishing on all of our score marks. All right, so one side is going to be, this little square is going to be trimmed off, okay? And I'm going to actually angle cut the piece that's going to be inside, okay? So this is the glue part that gets the glue. Then on the bottom pieces, we're just going to cut in, and I'm going to angle the tabs. So we're going to angle and then straight cut. And then we're going to do the last tab also. So we're going to straight cut, angle, and then angle this one. All right, so that's what you have. It's a very simple box. So we're gonna bring this piece over, okay? And we're gonna bring this one to it to glue it together, okay? So let me grab my silicone mat so we don't get glue on anything we don't want it on. And let's go ahead and glue this piece together, just like that. And I'm going to bring it the other direction to make sure that it's just right. I always like to push it both ways, make sure that we have a good adherence, okay? So one side we're going to decorate, that's going to be the back, that's this side. So we're going to put in these two little tabs. And I like to put a tiny bit of glue on them when I am putting them inside so that they grab the piece that's going to touch them, and it helps to seal the whole box. So we're just going to put a tiny bit, and then we'll bring in the back flap, and then I'm just going to hold that down, and I'm going to bring the glue onto the front flap, and then I'm going to push that into place. And then the way that I like to square it, I like to hold the box, and then I like to put my bone folder in and just push down at the bottom to really get that bottom part bonded, okay? So that's our little box. This is gonna be the front, so we're gonna add our little kitty cat, and then this is the back side. So let's go ahead and do a little stamping and get that out of the way. So I'm going to bring in my scrap paper. I should have one here somewhere on my desk. I just have to find it. I have scraps going everywhere and every which way. Okay. So on this piece, I have used a 1-inch circle punch, and I cut out of a piece of sticky Post-it note, okay? And we're attaching that. That's going to be the moon area. And we're going to take our stamp pad in basic gray. And let me move my other stuff out of the way. All right, so we're gonna grab our small blending brush, and I'll start off, and then I'll work my way, especially dark around the moon area, because we want, when we pull that away, to there definitely to be a glow. And then I'm gonna go around the edges, and I'm gonna get all the edges nice. If I have to pick up a little bit more, I will. All right, and then in the top part where it's more the sky around the moon, I'm gonna go ahead and add just a little bit more ink, okay? But not, it doesn't have to be a ton. And again, I'm gonna go one more time around the moon. All right, we're gonna do the rest of the stamping in basic black. So I will take that out of the way, get rid of our blending brush, and then we're gonna lift up our dot, and there's our moon. So with Memento Tuxedo Black, I'm gonna stamp, I'll show you the other side, a couple bats. So we're gonna ink up these two first, and these are the ones that are gonna be flying over the moon. So I'm gonna have that like that. And then I want a little bat up here, but I don't want the other one. So I'm gonna hang him off the side. So did you see how I did that? I made sure that the second stamp wasn't on there. So that's how I went ahead and did that. We're gonna clean that in a second. Let's put our kitty cat in the bottom. We're gonna put her down here, or him. There's our kitty, so cute. And I'll clean that also in a minute. And then we're gonna do our Happy Halloween. So we're gonna get that inked up. This is all from the Bag of Bones stamp set. I'm gonna bring it a little bit lower so I can see what I'm doing here. I don't wanna get it on my kitty. And we're gonna put our Happy Halloween. All right, and then the last thing is the heart. And so I'm gonna ink that up in the black. And that's gonna be stamped right here in the center, but a little bit lower. There's our heart. All right, let's clean everything now that I have it all stamped. We'll move this to the side. Lots of squeaky cleaning, right? It's so fun to stamp Halloween projects. All right. This is all ready, so let's go ahead and just attach it. Let me move the scrap paper out. I'm gonna bring my silicone mat back and my box. And I'm gonna go ahead and attach our stamped section or decorated piece. And we'll go ahead and put that down. All right, we'll flip that over. All right, let's work on our kitty cat before we put our candy inside. So for the kitty cat, I decided that I wanted to have some whiskers, and so I have a few here cut, but I took just a scrap of basic black cardstock. I'm gonna bring that scrap paper back in, and I just went over it with Wink of Stella. So I just took my Wink of Stella pen and I colored. And when you color Wink of Stella over black cardstock, you get this really intense shimmer, which is what I wanted. I wanted the whiskers to really stand out against the black cat's face. Okay, so we've added our Wink of Stella. Give that a second to dry. and we'll trim those down in a minute. I just want those to dry. So we're gonna work on the ears. So I have two pieces of cardstock that I cut 1 inch by 1 inch. And all I did is bring my paper snips in and come from this corner to what I felt was the middle. And then do the same thing on the other side from this corner to what I felt was the middle. And then once I had the first one done, I just laid it over my next piece and tried to match it so that their ears were uniform. So once you get your first one done, then that's what your second one's gonna look like. Whether it's perfect or not, that's okay, but the ears will match. Okay, so there's my two triangle ears. These ones we're gonna throw away. And so I'm going to go ahead and put some wet adhesive on the very bottom of the triangles. And I'm gonna do this one here on the very bottom. Okay, it doesn't need much adhesive, and now I'm getting too much. All right. And I'm gonna put the triangle into the corner on the left and then the right. So we're gonna hold this one here, and I put it as far over as I could go. And we're just gonna hold that till it sticks, and then take our other one and do the same, bring it in all the way over to the corner, and then just hold on to it for a minute. And then I did the same thing with my Moody Mauve inner ears. So I took a small piece and I went from the corner to the corner, and it's just scraps. It was actually a strip, and that's way too much adhesive. So I don't know why my glue is getting a little bit crazy. So I'm gonna use my other one to grab some. I'm gonna start gluing on the first one, and I'm butting it right up to the box edge, okay? And I'll do the other one, get my tweezer, because I do have quite a bit of glue on there. And we'll put that one on this little guy here. All right, so that's how I did the ears. All right, and then I used the smallest circle from Stylish Shapes. So that's that one. And then I punched two half inch circles in basic black cardstock. So we're gonna put one eye about there, and one eye about here. So far, no kitty, okay? I only have one right here, so let me punch another one. I must have dropped it on the floor. Who knows where it is, but it's okay. We have plenty of scrap paper. All right, so there's that one. So now I'm gonna put glue on those and on the back of my nose. All right, and by now my Wink of Stella, of course, is dry. So we're gonna put the eyes. I'm gonna have him look a little bit cross-eyed, but down a little bit this time. I had it even last time. This time I'm gonna have the cross-eyedness looking a little bit down. Okay, so there's that one. And you can put your kitty cat's eyeballs however you want. If you want him to not be cross-eyed, don't do it. All right, so we're gonna add the heart for the nose, and this is the small heart from Give It a World Eyes. Okay, I don't wanna, there we go. I'm gonna drop it a little bit lower, it's too high. Okay, right there. All right, so now we're gonna do the whiskers. And so I'm gonna take this piece here, and I'm gonna bring in my trimmer. And I want about 1/8 of an inch. So I'm just gonna do the best I can. going to cut one more, about 1/8 of an inch. All right, that should be good because I already have 2 from the other one. And then I'm going to discard the rest because I only want him to have 6 little whiskers. So then these I'm just going to cut in half. And I'm going to eyeball it because it doesn't really matter if it's perfect or not. They're just whiskers, and I'm just going to hold my scissor kind of in the middle and eyeball where the halfway point is, and hopefully that's it. And if not, that's okay. All right, so we're going to go ahead and add 3 whiskers to each side. So the way that I did this is I chose to grab my glue and make a line from the nose to the end of the box like that. Okay, and then I just attached my pieces of glittery black cardstock. And if you need to slide them forward or back or whatever, just do that before they are completely adhered down. And then just hold it in place for a second. Okay. And then we're going to do the other side. So we're going to start with 1, 2, and the 3rd one. All right. So your glue is your pen that you are writing with. And then you adhere the little whiskers. Here's the last one. And then I'm going to go ahead and put my, my fingers must have a little bit of glue on them. I'm going to hold on to them for a second and make sure that they set. And then we're going to go ahead and slide our fun dips. I measured these to make the size of the box. All right, so there is our kitty. And then the thing that I would like, what I wanted to do is I didn't want all the whiskers to be the exact same length. So I cut the middle one, and then I let that one be there and maybe that one there, like that. I'm going to do the same to the other side. I don't want them all to be the same. So let's cut this one and maybe that one like that. And then you have the different sizes of whiskers for your kitty. You can see that this is a really fun and simple project. This would be fun to do with kids or grandkids, right? And I hope that you enjoyed it. Again, we used the, I'm gonna move the kitties out of the way just temporarily. Bag of Bones bundle, give it a whirl, stylish shapes. There's our kitties, and some fun dip. If you guys have not seen yesterday's live stream and you missed it and you want to catch the replay, click right up there. That's where it is. And if you missed last year's week 3 projects and you want to see those, they're on a playlist down there. But don't forget yesterday's live stream. I would love for you to see it. And if you want to see the live streams live, check those out. In the community tab of my YouTube channel, you can find that information. Again, yesterday's live stream right up there. Thanks for being here, guys. Click that button for me, and I will see you next time. This is Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. Happy stamping!